Are you considering a move to Anne Arundel County, Maryland, but not sure it's the right fit for you? Well, look no further. Today in this video, we're going to explore this amazing county that's so vibrant, filled with so much history, and furthermore, we're going to be able to look at its beautiful waterfront communities, the excellent schools, and the job opportunities that you could explore when living in Anne Arundel County, Maryland. So if you're looking to learn more, stick around. We're getting after it right now. Hey everyone, it's Adam Taylor back again with another pros and cons video for you here today. Now, today we're talking all about Anne Arundel County. We're going to dive into what you need to know, the pros, the cons, and more importantly, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you some of the best communities that you need to check out if you are seriously considering a move to Anne Arundel County. So let's jump right into pro number one. And it has to be the location. Anne Arundel County is centrally located in the state of Maryland. Like if you were to close your eyes and have open a map of the state of Maryland and you put your finger down on the middle of it, boom, you would hit Anne Arundel County, or maybe the Chesapeake Bay, who knows? But nevertheless, with it being centrally located, that's gonna help you out so much when you are traveling in and around the state. And furthermore, out of the state, but we'll get to that in just a second here. Think of Anne Arundel County, it's the county in between Baltimore and Washington, D.C. So it's great for those of you that are gonna be working in D.C. and don't want a horrific commute on the, say you're coming from the northern side of Baltimore down to D.C., it's gonna be a good spot there. And conversely, those of you that want the ability to go up to Baltimore or commute to Baltimore, you're gonna be able to do that with relative ease. Now, here are some of the added benefits of it being centrally located. A couple things that I can think of right off the top of my head. If you love going to the beach, out to Ocean City, Maryland, and getting your toes in the sand, and you know how bad traffic can get on Route 50 in the summertime, here's the good thing. You're gonna be able to basically jump in right before you get on the Bay Bridge by being in Anne Arundel County. You're gonna have essentially the shortest distance to Route 50, which is the road that the Bay Bridge is on. Now, let's stay in that travel capacity and think about the other thing, air travel. If you are heading out of town, great news. The airport is essentially in your backyard and you can hop on a flight in a matter of minutes. I always get jealous when I'm on a flight with somebody coming back to Baltimore and they're like, you know what? Yeah, I live right here in Severna Park. I'm like, geez whiz, you got like a 10-minute drive to the airport and that includes parking. So again, Anne Arundel County, great spot if you want to be centrally located in the state of Maryland. The second pro you're going to want to know about are the public schools in Anne Arundel County. They are regarded as some of the best public schools in the entire state. Now I went out, did a little research to see if I could bring you some data points that you could look at here on screen with me, and I'm going to provide them here for you. So I went out to niche.com and the overall rating given to Anne Arundel Public Schools was a B+, and I'm like, what the heck? You gotta be kidding me here. And the reason I'm saying that is because us Marylanders know that Anne Arundel County's public schools are some of the best in the state. So I started doing a little digging and I'm looking at the categories that niche.com is rating the schools on, and I'm looking through, I'm like, okay. And then I get down to administration, okay. They've got, some people that are making tough decisions. There was a big thing about them requiring masks. I can go on in a whole separate video telling you about that. So the administration got a subpar grade, and then the food in the school was the additional reason. But if you look at all of the other factors in niche.com's rating system, you're gonna see that Anne Arundel County public schools perform very well. With that said though, do your research, do your due diligence, because there's great areas of the county where the schools thrive, and there's other areas of the county where it's not so much. So you can head on over to Anne Arundel County Public Schools website, check out everything you need for your little ones to get enrolled in school. The third pro of living in Anne Arundel County, you're gonna love the outdoor spaces that you're gonna be able to enjoy. So let's just start out with some of the parks that are located in Anne Arundel County. You've got Quiet Waters Park located in Annapolis. It's a beautiful park. Some cool things that they do to get you into the park all year round, typical stuff in the summertime, but let's talk about the winter. They actually set up an ice rink in Quiet Waters Park, which makes it unique and a place that people keep coming back to. In addition to that, you have Downs Park, which is 236 acres of almost waterfront real estate, or it is waterfront real estate on the Chesapeake Bay. This park has become so popular that it's a wedding venue that people have asked and have been doing their weddings at for quite some time now. Now, let's take it out of the park scene and let's look at some of the running trails in Anne Arundel County. You have the B&A running trail, which is a great spot to get a good run in. And the one that I really like is the BWI trail. And I like it because my oldest son, he's an aviation buff. He just loves planes. And we'll go over there, hang out, I'll get a workout in, and they're just, riding their bikes kind of like this, watching airplanes come in. And it's just a lot of fun for them and to see their eyes light up in amazement. So outdoor lovers, you're gonna love Anne Arundel County, Maryland. The next pro about Anne Arundel County, Maryland is the use of the Chesapeake Bay. Look, if you are a boater, a fisherman, a crabber, the Chesapeake Bay is your paradise, my friends. And whether you're into boating now or you're not, guess what? By being in Anne Arundel County, you're sort of gonna be pulled into the bay in some direction or another. So embrace it, my friends, because the bay is Maryland's masterpiece. It's so much fun to get out there on a summer afternoon and just powerboat all around, maybe like to go sailing. That's a lot of fun. I like to get my hands dirty. I'm a fisherman. I'll go out with my son. We'll rent a charter and we'll go rock fishing and have a blast. I can tell you, I took him out for his birthday 2 years ago now, and we went out rock fishing, and we had to get there at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, something extremely early. And as we're going on out, and I'll drop a picture in here, I can tell you the sunrise that we saw that morning over the bay, hands down, I've been all over the world and seen some incredible sunrises. This one was stunning. And it's stunning because of, we were on the bay and it was freezing cold out, but nevertheless, we had a great time. But enjoy this beautiful waterway that we have access to. It's so much fun, and you and your family are gonna love it. My next pro about living in Anne Arundel County is Annapolis, Maryland. Look, let's face it, Annapolis is beautiful and there's so much going on, so much to do. It's the county seat of Anne Arundel County, but more importantly, it is the state capital of Maryland. And also, it's home to the U.S. Naval Academy. And what's neat about that, if you go on out for a dinner or to grab a drink, you're gonna be walking the streets of Annapolis and you'll see the midshipmen in full uniform going to and from classes or to grab a bite to eat themselves. It's just neat to be able to interact with them and just kind of a cool experience. You feel like you're right in the center of a military town. Well, I guess you kind of are, being that the Naval Academy is right in Annapolis. So speaking of great places to eat, let me fill you in on two of my favorite spots. I love Pusser's, which is right on the water in Annapolis. And then down further in Eastport, you can actually go to Chart House. And my girlfriend and I, we actually just went not too long ago for our anniversary and had an amazing dinner at Chart House and loved it and can't wait to go back. Now, the final thing that you've got to do in Annapolis is what Annapolis is known for. It's the sailing capital of the world. So why not jump on a sailboat and cruise on out into the Chesapeake Bay? And here's an even better thing. You can actually catch a ride on the Woodwind too. You may be asking, okay, cool, it's a sailboat, no big deal. Well, it's not just any sailboat. It was this sailboat used in the movie The Wedding Crashers. So you can get on the boat and hang out in the exact spot that Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn did when they were filming The Wedding Crashers. So those are the pros of living in Anne Arundel County, Maryland. Now let's flip it on over. We're gonna look at the cons here. Hey, if you're finding value in this video, it would mean the world to me and keep me motivated if you'd hit that like button down below. It's the one that looks like a little thumbs up icon. I would greatly appreciate it. So let's jump right into the cons, and we're gonna talk about one of the ones that I really think you need to know about right out of the gate, and that can be the airport noise. Now, specifically, this is really only gonna affect those communities that are directly around the BWI airport, but I can remember going out for a work event, and we were, I believe, over in Severna Park, golfing, and we're sitting there getting ready to hit our tee shots, and all of a sudden plane comes buzzing right over, and it just essentially almost spooks you quite a bit when you're on a golf course. So imagine living there and having to contend with that each and every day. So make sure when you go and check out a home that you go during the daytime when the majority of the flights are coming in and out to see if you hear any of that airport noise. The second con you have to be aware of are the housing costs in Anne Arundel County. Look, let's face it, buying a home right now, renting a home, it's not cheap no matter where you are in the US, but most specifically for this video in Anne Arundel County. I mean, the county has seen record levels of appreciation, and as a matter of fact, Redfin actually did an article here not too long ago in November of 2022, citing that the median sales price in Anne Arundel County was $426,000. That's one of the highest price points in the entire state of Maryland. Now, when we look and ask ourselves, why is it so high? Well, we've got to just look back at what I just gave you here in the pros section. All the waterfront homes that are located in Anne Arundel County, they come at a premium price. I can remember looking for a home for a client of mine, and it was a small, itty-bitty little townhome in Annapolis, in Eastport, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And it was over $3 million. So don't be scared by the number. I just want you to be prepared for the number. And most importantly, look, you're gonna wanna budget 5, 10, 15% extra, like a little buffer when doing your home search here in Anne Arundel County. But my team and I, hey, we've got your back and we'll find great deals for you when you begin your home search in Maryland. Con number 3, it's the traffic. Let's face it, if you're living in the Baltimore, DC metro area, you're gonna have traffic no matter where you go. And the areas of problem spots really in Anne Arundel County are Route 50 during the summer months because of all the beach traffic that goes over the Bay Bridge. In addition to that, you've got Route 295, which is the corridor from Baltimore down to Washington, DC. And oh, by the way, Fort Meade is on there. And all of the workers that work at Fort Meade travel on 295, and you're gonna sit in traffic quite a bit. Other areas that you're going to want to be aware of are Route 3 and then traffic in and out of Annapolis. That's the one thing I dread about going to Annapolis is the traffic and the parking really. And it can be overwhelming to just go like 3 miles and it's going to take you, I don't know, 40 minutes. Yes, it can take you that long. So again, just be prepared for traffic and congestion because it can take some time to get where you need to go. The fourth con you should know about in Anne Arundel County is the potential for flooding in some of the waterfront or low-lying areas of the county. Hey, we've got the Chesapeake Bay in Anne Arundel County, and you've got tropical storms and hurricanes that can come up the bay, and these waterfront communities can be severely impacted, not to mention boaters and the property damage that could occur there. So here's my recommendation on that. When you are looking for a home in Anne Arundel County, I want you to reach out to your insurance agent. If you don't have one, my team and I, hey, we can get you in front of a great insurance agent, but ask them about flood insurance. You're going to want to find out what flood zone the property is in and if flood insurance is required by your lender and or if you can purchase additional flood insurance just to protect yourself, because I have seen it where areas that aren't in the 99-year floodplain still become affected by a random store that pops up here or there. So those are the pros and cons of living in Anne Arundel County, Maryland. Now, you stuck around to the end of the video and guess what? You got the prize at the bottom of the cereal box, my friends. I told you I would give you a few communities that we absolutely love when checking out Anne Arundel County, Maryland. So those communities, I'm gonna rapid fire them off to you here and we'll do a video later on talking about the best places to live, but you're gonna get the information here before we jump into that video in probably the next few weeks here. So my favorite spots. I love Annapolis. I've told you that right out of the gate. I really, really love Annapolis for all of its charm and everything that it has to offer. In addition to that, Crofton, Severna Park, and Arnold are 4 of my favorite communities in Anne Arundel County. So if a move to Anne Arundel County is in your future, as I mentioned all the time, my team and I, hey, we would love the opportunity to serve you and find you the perfect home, but we just need one thing from you, and that is for you to reach out to us. So please give us a call, shoot us a text message, or send us an email. No matter where you're looking in Maryland, my team and I, we have your back. Now, before you go, learning about Maryland is quite cumbersome and all the things that happen here. I want you to check out this video right here. We'll put it up on the screen here. These are the pros and cons of living in the state of Maryland, and I think it'll help you out a little bit more in your journey to find a home here in Maryland. Until the next video, my friends, have a great day. We'll talk soon.